Stop Disempowering Yourself, a Single Lady. And I wanted to title this live stream one thing which really pisses me off, but I thought it wasn't as sexy. But this is essentially what I want to talk about. The very thing which pisses me off is when single ladies disempower themselves in one precise way. When I do my discovery calls, I very often hear, oh, I'm not so happy in my single life. I want a guy to feel happier. I want a relationship to feel happier. And yes, on some level, the relationship and the guy will make you feel happier. But it's temporary kind of happiness, and I believe the permanent happiness, the kind of unconditional happiness, comes from within rather than from the outside. So I'm hearing these ladies and I'm just hearing in my head, stop disempowering yourself, stop disempowering yourself, because I used to do that to myself. And that this empowerment looks like a woman is living her life but constantly thinking that I can only be happy when I have a man, I can only be happy when I have a relationship, and so I'm gonna be sitting and waiting and just plodding along and waiting for the guy to come and make me feel happy. And it's like, stop it, you can be happy here and now, and you even need to become happy here and now. So this is like giving your power away to someone in the future, which is completely insane, because you don't know how long you're going to be waiting for the right guy, right? And what a waste of time to live your life this way, to live your life thinking, oh, I'm going to be happy one day in the future, which is not very precise. You don't know when you're going to meet him. So I'm going to be happy then when I meet him. No bloody way. You need to make sure you're happy here and now. And you've got plenty of reasons to be happy. You just need to open your eyes and focus on what you have rather than what you don't have, the relationship and the guy. And I remember being that woman, and it was so bloody draining because I was constantly chasing happiness, constantly dating, because I believed I could only be happy when I had a man. And I keep bumping onto the same type of women in my coaching practice, and I just make them aware that this is not the way to go, because my love life turned around when I actually became happy. And became happy wasn't only about feeling happy and doing things which made me happy, but also being okay with being single, being comfortable in my own company, loving myself and enjoying my life and living my life here and now. So I stopped postponing my happiness until the time when I met the right guy. I stopped postponing my dreams. I took responsibility for my happiness and I started to live my life to the full here and now. I created an amazing social life. I had plenty of friends to do things with. I also spent lots of time in solitude and silence, because that helped me to reconnect with myself and become comfortable with it, because for so many years I kept running away from my own self, which is an absurd in my opinion, and I don't know how we get it so wrong in life, because the only guaranteed thing in life is that you're going to be spending it all until the end with yourself. Whether you are single or in a relationship, you're always going to be with yourself, in a relationship with yourself. So you might as well become comfortable with it, unless you want to struggle until you die. So your choice, but I realized that it's much easier to live my life when I'm in kind of alignment with myself, in a nice relationship with myself, when I'm my best friend, my biggest supporter, and life becomes easy then. And that's why looking back from where I am now, in a happy and healthy relationship with a happy and healthy, emotionally healthy guy, someone who's completely different to my exes, to my dates, to my relationship is completely different to my previous relationships. And I believe it's down to the simple fact that at some point in my life, I took responsibility for my own happiness. I stopped believing that I needed a man to make me feel happy. I stopped believing that happiness comes with a relationship, because it doesn't. If you're miserable and unhappy as a single person, the relationship and the man will make you happy just for a few first months, and then afterwards you will hit the reality. You will come back to your natural state. Plus, holding someone else responsible for our happiness is just a little bit selfish. Plus, nobody has got that power to make you happy if you are not happy within, if you are not happy with yourself. So take a little break and take a little look at your life and see how can you make yourself feel happier. Because as long as you believe someone else will make you happy, something else will make you happy, you give the power away to that person, to that thing. Plus, it never lasts forever. This kind of happiness is very fleeting. It comes and goes. So, for example, if you believe you're always happy when you have a man and a relationship, you will be only happy for the duration of this relationship. When it finishes, when it ends, you will be by definition miserable and unhappy again. So, take responsibility for your happiness and become happy here and now. Not only because life with a happy you will be easier and more fun for you, but you also become more attractive to people, to men, when you are happy with yourself. It's much more fun to date someone who is happy, who lives on purpose, who is comfortable in their own skin, who loves themselves and respects themselves, rather than a person who is looking for a rescuer, who is not happy with her life, who is miserable and kind of not knowing what she wants out of life, out of a relationship. It's just not sexy at all. So look at the bigger picture, how you show up in dating, how you show up in your life, and start taking responsibility for becoming happy here and now. And stop thinking that, happiness is somewhere there in the future waiting for you, and it comes with your man, it comes with your relationship. Always remember that it might take some time to find the right person to create a happy relationship with. And also, but before you meet him, you can do something to keep getting aligned with this person. So keep working on your happiness, keep on loving yourself, keep on having fun in life, and keep on creating an amazing relationship with yourself. And these things will be bringing you closer and faster to the right guy. And if you have any questions, you can post them below, or PM me if you are ready to take responsibility for your happiness and turn your love life around. Because I'm pretty sure that if you are struggling in dating, and if you have been dating the wrong type of guys, and if you're feeling frustrated with it, and if you're about to, or you have given up on love, men, and relationships, that has happened because you haven't shown up the right way in dating. And it's not about your profile photos. It's not about the way you wrote your profile. It's not about the way how you interact with men, although that knowledge helps. Interact with men on dates. It's very much about your energy, the energy you take with yourself to dating, the energy you project onto the future dates online, the energy you bring with yourself, the way you hold yourself and you show up authentically and kind of unapologetically. When you approve of yourself, you accept yourself, you love yourself, you show up differently. You stop looking for approval. You don't go out on dates and you think constantly, oh, what can I say? Or can I say that? You don't edit yourself. You don't kind of think, what can I do to impress him so he likes me more? You are not asking for his approval anymore, because you have approved of yourself and you know you are a great catch. And if he doesn't see it in you, he can go, and you can let him go, and there'll be another guy who does. But first you have to do the inner work to show up as this woman who shows up without feeling insecure, without trying to earn his love and attention and approval, who is free to be herself and who loves herself dearly, because you will be projecting a completely different energy out there, the energy which is kind of alluring, magnetic, and the guys won't be able to resist you. You will become irresistible. And if you feel like this is the time to actually do some inner work to shift your energy so you show up differently in dating, contact me, because I can help you. I've been through it all. I've been this miserable woman for many, many years. I hated being single. I dated desperately for 10 years. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Now I don't even know who that person was, because I would never do it again. I'm feeling happy with myself. Even though I'm in a happy relationship, I'm trying to maintain this kind of individual happiness as a person. My relationship with myself is very important to me. I don't expect my partner to keep me and make me happy. I know I'm the only person, responsible for my own happiness. And happiness in my relationship is generated by both of us who take equal responsibility for being happy with themselves. And that's the way to a happy and healthy relationship, through becoming happy with yourself first. So that's it, my lovelies. Thank you very much for listening. Just let me know. I want to say, just let me know if you need anything from me, PM me, or make some comments below, and I'll get back to you. Keep well. Ciao, ciao.